hello. Welcome back to Dance Colleges and Careers. This is the podcast where we talk about all things colleges, careers, and competitions. I'm your host, Brittany Noltimier, and today we are talking about first impressions on stage and how to master that on-stage walk. First impressions are everything. So if it comes to when you enter the stage or when you are meeting a new friend, first impressions are everything. And that's why I'm here to try to help you be set up for success on your first impression. So when you come out on the stage, what are the judges looking for? Sometimes they might have their heads down, still working on the previous number or writing up a ribbon award, or maybe they're not catching your entrance. But you never know. And you want to be set up for success, right? Because sometimes they are. Sometimes they're watching, waiting, kind of like, oh, what do we have here? And that is when the judges can basically already score a lot based on stage walk. The reason why I say that is because we can tell a lot from your personality, your confidence level, and your technique just from that entrance. So no, while that is not your solo, that is not your, like, from when the time starts to when it ends, but it is your first impression of saying, hey judges, I'm here. I am going to give you everything I've got, and this is going to be the best. I'm going to wow you. You're going to love it. That's why there's a few things here that I really want you to probably practice and work on in case you haven't already mastered that on-stage walk. What are we looking for? Because the judges are all professionals, right? They're professional dancers, have worked many places. We have the eye to be able to see what can score really high, and or even like what has a lot of potential. So what you want to do is you want to show the judges that you have great technique, confidence, and personality, right? We always keep going back to the categories that you're getting judged on, right? Technique, stage presence, execution, musicality, personality, choreography. Now, the music hasn't started yet, so we don't have to worry about that here in our entrance. But what we do really need to think about is our confidence and our technique. This is how. Your posture tells us everything about your confidence. If you walk out on stage like this and your arms behind your back and you're kind of looking down at the floor, and that is showing me that we're not that confident. Now, I know that's hard, right? It's hard to just all of a sudden be confident, but there are body language actions we can do to kind of trick your audience, to trick the judges, to act through the moments when we get really nervous and scared. So if you come out with your shoulders back and down, your chin lifted proudly, whether you walk on, you have a slow walk, a run, a dance step, whatever, but if your posture is in place and you look ready to go, smiley, or whatever your personality should be, and confident, we are already more impressed. And that's what you want to do. You want to start out by impressing us so we can go, ooh, I'm excited. What do we have here? So if you come out with a lot of confidence, that usually can tell us that you are more experienced. You are more advanced. So even if you're not quite there yet, start to get your body in check. Roll those shoulders back and down. Lift your chin. And even if we don't feel confident, act the part. Act confident before your routine has even started, and you're going to have a more confident performance. Okay, so let's talk about technique. How can I already basically tell your technique from your walk on stage? It's with your footwork. I can see a lot from your footwork. So if we come on stage with turned out feet and we're stretching through the feet and I can see the connection into the ground, I know I can see more advanced ballet, jazz technique, and that you have just more body awareness. I can already tell that your technical score is probably going to be a little bit higher. Whereas if we come on and we're leading with the outside of the heel, kind of doing this thing, leading with the outside of that hip and really pronating the feet inwards, then I know that we are still working on it. Yes, we are really kind of just getting started in our ballet technique. And that's not exactly what you want to show me before you get started. So if that means you need to change your entrance to be just a straight on run or a walk so that you're not giving away where our weaknesses are. We all have weaknesses. We totally do. And that's great. That's fine. You are learning and growing. But when we go to competition, to make yourself more competitive, we want to be able to hide some of our flaws, some of those weaknesses. So if our ballet footwork is not as strong as maybe it should be yet, then don't lead in with slow ballet walks, because it's just going to kind of chip away at your technique score before you've even begun. And then finally, your facial expressions. Your face on your entrance, I can already see a lot of what your stage presence is going to be. So if you come on with a straight face or you look extremely nervous, then again, that shows me that we don't have the confidence, and that's already, again, going to start chipping away at your score. But if you come out with great stage presence to say, like, here I am, world, I'm about to give you the best routine I've got, then I'm like, again, I'm thinking, oh, they're going to have great stage presence. Already shown me before we started that they are confident on stage, they have nice technique, and they have great stage presence. It's better to start with us going, okay, I'm expecting this dancer to be here, rather than having a very weak entrance, poor first impressions, walking in awkward, uncomfortable, scared, nervous, and then you whipping out an amazing routine. That's confusing for us. That's confusing for the judge to be like, wait, you seem so untrained in your entrance, but your routine is actually really strong. There was this one dancer I watched once who did this exact same thing, walked out without any confidence, was a newer dancer, but then would like whip out these beautiful back handsprings with amazing technique. And I was like, oh, okay, I am shocked now. Now, there are some areas where we want to be surprised, but you don't want to surprise me in a way where I go, wow, you're actually really good. Okay? You don't want to have to prove yourself after you've already made it on stage. You want to start high and allow yourself to have the technical flaws that we just have as human beings and students, and that's perfectly fine. But you want to enter and start the bar high. So to sum up, first impressions are everything. So whether you are going to a dance competition and you are walking on stage and you're trying to say, hello world, I'm here to give you something great, or you're standing up in front of your classroom to give a live presentation about the planets, you want to do these same things. Okay, your footwork might not matter when it comes to your planet project, but your posture does, because having good posture tells your teacher or whoever is scoring you or judging you or grading you that you are confident, that you've put in the work. So whether you're in school giving your presentation or you're going up on stage, remember, your first impression is everything. You know, one thing that I'm going to add as a bonus here is our presentation. I did not put that into our major points, but this is a big bonus. If you walk out on stage or come to school and you're standing up there giving your presentation and you look like a schlub, that's kind of more for school. If you look like a schlub, you have a big baggy sweatshirt on and you're giving your presentation like this, oh, well, the planets are really nice. But even if you have a great speech prepared and you present yourself like this, I don't believe you. The teacher's not going to believe you as much. And that's when you start getting fact checked, or they have to take down some score, because presentation matters. So when you're in your classroom, you want to stand with posture, lift your head with confidence, and with our presentation, you want to dress for success. So I don't even allow baggy sweatshirts in my classes at all, because that's what we naturally do. We pull our sleeves down, we shrivel up inside of it, because that's our cozy feeling, our happy place. That's great for when we can be cozy and happy. But when it comes time for you to step up, score higher, get higher grades, then a baggy sweatshirt is not going to be the thing that helps you succeed, helps you thrive. You need to be put together. You need to have your hair out of your face. And hey, this is dance competition world. Makeup matters. Yeah. And again, it's not just to look beautiful. We wear makeup because we have all these bright lights on, and it really helps the dancers not get washed out on stage. It helps us see those big, wonderful facial expressions from all the way in the back of the theater, from the back of the house. At dance competition specifically, it is easy to see when a student woke up early, got prepared, has done their hair the exact same way many times because consistency matters, and is there ready to do a repeatable good job. Versus when you come on stage and I see hair in front of your face like this, then I know you have not actually practiced your routine like that, because very rarely can we be successful with our hair messy in front of our face like this. There are different styles that I'm not particularly talking about, but if you are doing your hair in like this would be cute to go out type of style, then I know that you are less competition trained than the other dancers with their hair slicked back. Again, I know there are exceptions and there are hairography exceptions and particular style exceptions. But for the most part, if your hair is just messy, again, you have to prove yourself better. If your hair is messy, it shows me that you're not as much as a pro as the person who came out before you, who has their uniform competition look, who does this every week or, works as a team. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Presentation matters when it comes to our first impressions. So when you're coming to your dance competitions, do it the same every time. That's not the time to be like, maybe this will be cute today. No, consistency matters. And if you are not practicing the way we are for dance competitions in the studio, then you are doing yourself a disservice. Yes. For when I was growing up, I had really, really long hair. And we always performed with our hair in a bun. Okay, so I didn't always go to class with my hair in a flat ballet bun or a part exactly how we would have it on stage, whether that means a middle part, side part. But I would have, let's say we do it in a high bun, I would have it up and tied up as tight as I possibly could, because otherwise it comes out, it throws you off, and then the consistency is not there. I hope that makes sense. Thanks so much for joining me today in this episode of Dance Colleges and Careers, that we are talking about why first impressions matter, why first impressions are everything. And it's to help you show the person giving you the score, giving you the grade, that you're top notch, that you are the best, that you're prepared, you have consistency, you know what it takes to be a top dog. If you're a dancer, look like a dancer. Play the competitive part and tell the others that you fit right up there with the other top dogs. That's where we want to start. Thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Keep on dancing.